and welcome here to more TALKFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We knew that coming into this game it was going to be a step up in quality against RB Salzburg, but I have to say, even so, it was still worrying signs for Ronald Koeman, as Barça did not put on a good display, and our flaws were there for all to see. Defensive problems once again has seen us lose in pre-season, with the La Liga season starting just next week. It's all coming up, the performance and the disappointments discussed in full. So, let's get to it. Because I think what we have to say, first of all, guys, is that honestly, RB Salzburg are a lot further on in their preparations ahead of the new season. I think it's very, very important to say that Salzburg have already started their season there in Austria. They're 2 games in. And actually here, there was a really good atmosphere inside the stadium. 30,000 fans over that. And they were clearly out there to win this game. They were really, really committed. I think, honestly, they wanted it more than we did. And actually, at the end of July, they beat Atletico Madrid in a friendly game. So quite clearly, they do have quality. But at the same time, what really confused me tonight, what really did trouble me, was actually Ronald Koeman's selection there. Not only in terms of personnel, but actually in terms of what the shape was, what the idea was heading into tonight's game. Because as you can see right here, was it a back 3 from Koeman? Was he trying there to go with Araujo? Was he trying to go with Lenglet and maybe De Jong there, slotting in between the two of them with the fullbacks pushing on? I didn't really understand that. I didn't really feel as though that gave us any benefits right throughout the game. And I think so far in pre-season, we've been really promising. We've been really, really good playing 4-3-3. And again here it seems from Koeman, that temptation to maybe here when a more difficult game comes along, when the challenge here is a little bit stronger, suddenly then you revert back to type. Go with the back 3, sort of a bit more defensive, and it backfired again. Because Barca today were really, really poor defensively. We did actually create one of the best chances of the game in the very, very early stages, but all of our attacks actually seemed to come from set-piece moments there. Good ball in from Memphis Depay, Araujo rising really, really well, heading it at the back post, but heading it just wide in the end. But from there on, it was very much all over to Salzburg, who were pressing us really high. They were winning the ball back high up the field. You can see here Jordi Alba giving them a gift of an opportunity, giving the ball away in his own box there. Really poor concentration from Jordi Alba, and he actually did that quite a few times there throughout that first half. RB Salzburg there missing a golden opportunity in front of goal, and I just felt that right the way through that first half, and even there into the second half, every single time there was a counter-attacking opportunity for Salzburg. There was huge spaces between the centre-backs. There was really big pockets of space there that they could easily run into, and it was really poor defensive play from Barca. Probably the best chance, the other best chance of the first half there for Barca fell again with Memphis Depay involved. It was a ball into him from Jordi Alba. He did really well, I feel, to actually use all of that pace on the ball to spin his man. He gets in behind, gets one-on-one there with the goalkeeper, but just putting it there wide of the target in the end. Very, very close from Memphis. That was probably his best moment of the game. But Salzburg kept coming. They were by far and away the better team in that first half. Like I say, they wanted it more. They were thriving there off the crowd. They hit us again on the counter-attack. It just seemed as though one simple ball, how many times have we said this over the past season or so? It was one easy ball in behind, and suddenly then the defence was split open. It was an easy pass then across the box. Easy chance again for Salzburg, but another miss from them. Easily in that first half, they could have been at least 3 goals ahead. Very, very poor finishing from them. But just before half-time, they were clearly tired of missing sitters, so they decided to score a rocket. Ball was bouncing there about 25, 30 yards from goal. Wonderful strike that it was. It does take a very, very slight deflection there on its route to goal. Neto doesn't even move. He just stands and watches as that ball there rockets into the back of the net. Top corner. Wonderful, wonderful goal. And just look at these kind of images there right throughout that first half, and how many times do you remember there that Araujo was just left on his own? You were thinking at times, where's Lenglet? Where is Jordi Alba there? They were absolutely nowhere to be found. Araujo having to do so much last-ditch defending, and I actually think that considering the circumstances, he performed very, very well throughout the game, but certainly in that first half and throughout the second, Barca defensively, it was a shambles. Because as we move into the second half, there were absolutely no No halftime changes from Ronald Koeman, and as a result of that, the pattern of the game very much continued, because it was actually pretty early on there in the second half that Clement Lenglet got absolutely destroyed there one-on-one against the attacking player. The ball just flicked easily over Lenglet's head. He's left for dead there. He was exposed time and time again in this game, and even in that instance there, De Jong lets the ball run in behind him. He doesn't realise that somebody's making a run off him. Luckily again, Ronald Araujo is there to block the danger, somehow get back and make a last-ditch challenge, but it was really, really poor from Barça. There was also some strange changes today, I feel, from Ronald Koeman, the likes of Roberto coming on there as the captain. Braithwaite got minutes, Umtiti got minutes. I don't really understand that. If we're trying to get rid of a player, if we're trying there to sell players on, why are we rewarding them with minutes? I understand they're putting him in the shop window, but in the case of Umtiti, what if he gets injured? That's a real genuine chance with him. What if he gets injured then? Nobody at all, even less, people are going to want him this summer, so I don't really understand there what Koeman was doing. I think Sucic came on. He had a really, really good impact on the game. Alejandro Balde as well. He was very, very impressive on that left-hand side. Actually, much, much better than Jordi Alba played today. Balde was taking players on. He was a real threat down that side, and he actually had a really good shot on goal as well. Whipping effort. The goalkeeper had to parry away there in that second half. Barça eventually did get their goal, and it was a very, very fluky goal. Very, very lucky goal that we did manage to get there just 10 minutes from the end of the game. It was Serginho Dest who was down that right-hand side, cutting in on his left foot. He actually tries to take a shot at goal. It deflects off the defender into the path of Braithwaite, who knows very, very little about this ball. He'll probably say, you know what, I was there. I was in the right place at the right time, but it cannons off his knee, goes into the back of the net. Barça, given the way we were playing, we will take that goal. But it was very, very lucky, it has to be said. But even that wasn't enough to avoid defeat on the day, because Salzburg continued to put the pressure on even as the minutes were counting down. They continued to go forward. They continued to cause us big, big problems at the back. Ball across the box. Serginho Dest does really, really well to actually stop that from resulting in a goal. But again, even that wasn't enough. Salzburg continued coming. They hit the post there in the dying minutes of the game. And just as they thought their luck was out, they were able to score from the rebound. And they celebrated that goal absolutely wildly. They were so, so happy there to get the win over Barcelona. And in the end, like I say, they wanted it more. They were better than us. They played with much, much more intensity. They were clearly a lot fitter than us on the day. And it just goes to show now that Ronald Koeman has work to do. We clearly have still a lot of problems in this team. We still have defensive issues. And still you're looking at Ronald Koeman and saying, you know what, you need to learn from your mistakes. Last season, we know what that defence is capable of, and not much. It's really not capable of much. So you need to go out there this summer and actually now say, okay, we need to do something different. Whether that means now with new money that we may or may not have coming in, can we sign, can we go out and get another defender? These are all big questions that ahead of the start of the season, just next week, need to be answered. But let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you make today of that performance from Barça? Was it as poor as I'm maybe feeling right now? Was it not that bad? What are your feelings there about our defensive structure? Please do let me know all of that down below. Because, of course, at the end of the day, pre-season is about learning. It is about being tested. We know what we have to improve on. But now it's about going out there, finding a way to improve it. So please, guys, let me know those thoughts down below. There will be many more videos coming up. Big, big news from La Liga in terms of that cash injection, with Messi's renewal said to be on the verge of happening. I will see you very soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.